Hey, welcome everybody to my podcast number 3, and of course with SDP Blogs. And of course, stay tuned for a little bit brand new stuff we got coming up. And of course, who doesn't remember back in the days when we used to have wired headphones? Those headphones were amazingly good because you didn't have to charge them or anything, of course, with the wire. But the only thing that would get like stuck in between, it would be the wires. But I mean, I feel like now back then the headphones have a little bit more bass into it, because usually today it's just more like you gotta be charging them and all that stuff. But I mean, or the more expensive quality headphones has to be a little bit more. But of course, it's always about the sound and the bass. But who doesn't remember back in the days when headphones had a little bit more bass tuned into it, and of course a little bit more rhythm to it too as well. Yes, so always but back then you would have to literally just unplug your headphones and then unplug them to another one, and there was no such thing as plugging it into a receiver to put it into your TV or anything. But now we got all this Bluetooth gen stuff coming through, and of course we got it with glasses, we got it with AirPods, the Pros. And it's just like a little bit more like of it's more like how you can say it, more like everything's evolving, everything with the technology. Nowadays we usually just gotta go further with more. But a little bit the more better the new is, the more it costs. And of course, but I mean, if we used to bring back the old stuff, would it still be the same? Would it hear muffled, or will you be able to hear a couple more things? Of course, I remember back in the days when those big brands were actually out there, trying to sell your items and stuff. But it's now more like everything switched with the gear. But I mean, it's fun though, bringing back old day memories. And of course, with all those music tech and stuff. For me, I love music is my number one to go. And of course, it's always best just to to have the music going, especially when you wake up, also when you're working out, also when you're working. It's usually mostly everywhere, even when you're driving, even when you're just want to think, you gotta put music on. Every music has its rhythm. And of course, but the technology, of course, back in the days when we had from floppy disks, from 8 tracks, those 8 tracks, it's like the new gen is more different now than back in the days. Because I remember back days we would have to struggle to at least play a track. Because if you had to play a track back in the days, you would have to literally take it, flip it, and scroll it to put it back to the track you want to hear. Or you would have to wait for 5-6 songs just in order to hear your song. But the main one for us was the radio stations. Radio stations were always best. Always. Yes, I remember that. Because when you would have to literally hear that song to come on for 3 to 4 hours, because sometimes they repeat the songs, but sometimes they'll just take forever and ever. But of course, it always comes out. And of course, thank you guys for tuning into my video. I hope you guys like it. And of course, I'll be posting more content later on, and I'll see how it goes. I just want to try out some new things. And of course, if you guys like my content, make sure to subscribe, follow, and enjoy. Bye bye. See you guys the next time. See you. Bye bye.